Good evening, friends. Welcome to the PANSIGHT webinar. I assume my slide is visible and I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
I have seen highly unethical doctors chairing ethics committee. In USA also, I've seen sometimes the ethics committee, the chair is a highly unethical person. And the same way, I'm sure you also must have seen very corrupt politicians preaching against corruption. I am here to talk about greed. So first, my statement, I am not greedy. So that gives me the 100% moral courage to preach against greed. The next question, how did I become an ungreedy person? The credit goes to my parents. I'm going to show you their picture. My father, Shankaranarayana Reddiar, my mother, EUPHORIA Amma. Both of them lived up to the age of 90. The point I'm trying to make is, parents, if they are our role models, yes, that makes a big difference. My father owned a small textile shop in Trivandrum. It is still running. It's called Good Morning Stores. No greed. Long time back, I know. When give you one example, the VIP underwear, the MRP, that is a maximum recommended price, was 28 rupees. And he used to sell it for 25 rupees. That is 3 rupees less than the market price. Whereas all the other neighboring shops, they used to sell it at 28. Reason, his justification. We were getting it for 20 rupees. There's already 40% profit if you sell it at 28 rupees. My father said that 25. I'm contented with that 25% profit. Not only VIP underwear, all goods. Not even once he put any advertisement. The customers came through the word of mouth propaganda. In Good Morning Stores, you can get everything. Quality goods at a lower price. No greed. And he was very compassionate. A man with a lot of integrity. And I had the opportunity to closely work with him from the age of 10 through 17. He used to make me work in the shop as a sales boy during the vacation. So every year, 3 months, I used to be in that shop. So I had the opportunity to closely watch my father. He was not at all a hypocrite. So that one went into my subconscious mind. The same way my mother also, very ungreedy, very helpful, compassionate. That is why, as a medical doctor, that compassion, I was able to show compassion to my patients. That is one of the reasons I was the only doctor who was able to get maximum number of nominations from the patients for Primary Care Service Award. So I am always grateful to my parents. that attitude of gratitude. Historical and mythological greedy personalities. Alexander the Great, Aurangzeb. Alexander the Great, he died when he was, I think, that around 33 years old. He wanted to conquer the whole world. That is greed. Instead of staying in his place and ruling that country, always traveling war. And what did he achieve? Was he able to enjoy his life? Was there any work-life balance? And he died. And when he died because of fever. And this is what he told others. That is, in the coffin, put my hand outside. So that by then he realized, others can see that Alexander is not taking anything with him. He is leaving empty-handed. So it was late, but he realized. The same way we come empty-handed, we will be leaving empty-handed. Then Aurangzeb, what did he do? Greed for power. He put his own father Shah Jahan under house arrest. And he snatched power from his own father. Kaigeyi, Ramayana, Kaigeyi was Dasharatha's, I think, second wife. First wife was Kausalya. His son Ram, supposed to become the king. And the Kaigeyi, at the instigation, brainwashing by Mandara, she wanted her son, Bharata, to become the king. Greed for power. And long time back, the king Dasharatha gave her 2 boons. And she said that, my 2 boons, you must honor those boons. 1, my son Bharata must become the king. Okay, Dasharatha had to agree. Second, this one, Ram should be exiled. He should be exiled for 14 years. So when the greed for power is too much, no compassion, nothing, arrogance. So that is what happened. Then comes the next character, mythological, Duryodhana in Mahabharata. Greed for land. So he was not willing to give half of the kingdom which belonged to the Pandavas. Lord Krishna, when there was an ambassador, Austin pleaded him to give 5 villages. He said, no. 5 houses? No. And that's how the war, that Kurukshetra war. So from historical, mythological characters, personalities we know, greed is not uncommon. Greed is very common. And being a medical doctor, I'm going to share authentic information about the impact of greed on the physical health, mental health, and everything about a person who is greedy. So that'll be very insightful. Purpose of this webinar, know what is greed, know the impact of greed, and learn how to overcome greed. There are plenty of books on greed. I have just shown you a few titles. Jawaharlal Nehru's quote, facts are facts and will not disappear on account of your likes. I show this quote. The purpose is, some people, I'm not saying that all people, some people are allergic to facts and truth. And such people, when I share certain facts and truths, they feel uncomfortable. They react. That's why this is something like anticipatory bail. I'm going to say that facts are facts, whether you like them or not. That's what Jawaharlal Nehru also says. So I'm going to share facts and evidence. Arishad Dargah's 6 enemies of the mind in the Hindu theology. Kama, I'm sure you must have heard, that is lust. Krodha, anger. Lobha, that is today's topic, greed. Moha, attachment. Mada, pride or ego. Lastly, Matsarya, envy, jealousy. Definition of greed, as simplified it, an excessive and insatiable desire. The word insatiable means never you will feel satisfied. A greedy person will never feel satisfied. More, more, more. Greed is the never-ending desire for wanting for more and more, sometimes more than we need. I have seen some people, when they go to attend some weddings, especially in India, they serve sadhya, rice, plenty of items, boli, payasam, and everything. They keep on eating, even when the stomach is filled, they won't stop. They eat everything and ask for more. It is free. And the same way the buffet, there also, they eat this one, that one. Then what happens? I have seen, being a medical doctor, some of them, they're developing stomach pain. It's too much, that one. And then they go to a doctor because of the stomach pain. Here they got it for free, and then they pay 300 rupees to the doctor. Okay, for consultation, for the pain relief. That I have seen. So that is more than you need. Life motto is more is better. They believe that. Their belief is more is better. Greed for wealth, greed for power and status, greed for fame, greed for sex. Greed is common among doctors. Not all doctors. When I say doctors, some people, they immediately jump to a conclusion. Oh, he is talking, doctors are all greedy? No. Common among doctors. If a person thinks that he is talking about doctors are greedy, most probably that person is greedy. So that is why he is hurt. He is cut about this comment because that person is greedy. I have seen, when I was an MBBS student in Toronto Medical College, one professor, surgery, so greedy. Yes, his wealth was long time back. I'm talking about 60 years back. It was close to a crore. Acres of the estate, many buildings. Still, if the patient is a government hospital, the patient or patient's family members, they don't go and bribe him with money on the day before surgery. On the next day, he will cancel the surgery. He will cancel the surgery. And his son, I told you, role model. His son is a surgeon, and he is working in another private hospital in in Trivandrum, because I do a lot of research to find out what is happening. And his son is also the same thing. His father is a role model. He is also so greedy. He orders all unnecessary investigations, scan, MRI scan, CT scan, and all those, so he'll get the kickback. So that greed has become contagious. And another, this is 1 year, 2 years junior to me, the MBS days. Very brilliant student, bright student. And he subsequently chose a super specialty. I'm not going to say the super specialty, then it will be easy for some people to identify that person. And he became so greedy. And again, what you call, asking for money without any shame. And he was trapped. Vigilance, they caught him red-handed. Then he was fired, and soon he died. He died before the age of 50. And because of the greed, wealth, and everything, he wanted that fame also. And he used to become a member in almost all social clubs and drink booze lavishly. And he died from liver failure. So money obtained not through the ethical means, without much effort. That is what it is. Are you convinced about this one? So far, are you convinced? Put why in the chat box. Because I want to make sure that what I am sharing is appropriate. And yes, Musamillu, Vishwanathanji. So that is what it is. So doctors, then lawyers. These days, if you want to file whatever it is, it costs thousands of rupees. Supreme Court lawyer for appearing, not even for arguing, appearing, lakhs and lakhs. Greed. Is this true or wrong or false? If it is true, put T. If it is true, please put T. Yes, true. A common man, he cannot afford to even fight for justice. Dr. Reddy, thank you. Politicians. I'll be showing some examples soon. Entrepreneurs. Look at that. That guy, Facebook guy, Zuckerberg. He buys all the other upcoming companies. The WhatsApp, he bought that one so that he can have total control over social media. And he changed the rules, that is the terms and conditions also. By then, the customers, helpless, they have to simply accept that one. Entrepreneurs again. Just example, one example only, all these, Microsoft, you name it. They're all greedy. Pharmaceutical industry. Okay. Now I'm going to show the next slide. Report in 2023, greedy drug companies rake in $684 billion and spend $106 billion rewarding shareholders. Being a medical doctor, I know the prices are exorbitant. Exorbitant. All these big pharma, I know they do spend money for research and development, but the price they fix is outrageous. And especially these days, cancer drugs, no compassion. They are very cruel. Cancer patients, they have to take the medication. And they're not generic medicine. Lot of prices so high. Greedy. Numerous examples. And the doctors also collude with the pharma company. They give something back to the doctor community for writing their medication, that brand. And some doctors again, I said some doctors. They asked the pharma, that particular company, if I want to write this, your brand prescription, you must take care of my electricity bill. You must pay my electricity bill. This first-hand knowledge. I know this one. Because I have many friends in the pharmaceutical industry, like medical representatives. So one guy told me, and he named that doctor. And when I went him to write this prescription, hey, I can do that one, but if you are willing to take another doctor, my phone bill. So that is the way. So it is not the patient. Whatever they are writing, it is not they are putting the patient first. Money. End result of greed will be short-term gain followed by long-term pain. My dear friends, my hobby is thinking. So this is my own quote. And I will explain with the real life examples that would support those statements. Greed is a bottomless pit which exhausts the person in an endless effort to satisfy the need without ever reaching satisfaction. Eric Fromm, psychologist. What are the short-term gain? What do they gain? Position. Okay, they manipulate and some or other get promoted and they get the position. Yeah, now I'm the vice chancellor. I'm the HOD. The government sector. Position. And again manipulate to become the Lions Club president, Rotary Club president. Everything. Yeah, that greed for that position. And they even display the Rotary Club employee in their car, or Lions Club employee in the car. And in Tamil Nadu, some people in their business card, they put that lion, that logo, or Rotary Club logo. So that much of the greed. And the Padma Shri, there was a Malayalam movie, Pranjiyatan. Okay? Going after Padma Shri also. They pay money. All this is some or other to get the Padma Shri, Padma Vibhushan, all those awards. Recognition. Then power. Once you get the position, you get the power. They are all power hungry. Name and fame. Yeah. Who is he? Oh, he is the president of that organization. He is this one. And in that letter pad, you find that a long list of president of this committee, president of this one. I have seen some letterhead, some 10 or 12. Everything. Do you agree? If you agree, put A in the chat box. If you disagree, put D. Yes, Sanal Kumar, agree. Yes, Devendranath Bindu, A, agree. Roy Cherian, agree. Thank you. Because I am here to talk about only something real life stories. Then towards the end, you will learn how to overcome greed. And you have to make sure that your own children or your grandchildren don't become greedy. This is for the next generation. Without being greedy, yeah, no, I didn't lose anything in life. So greed is not necessary. You can be successful, you can be happy, you can be peaceful without being greedy. Extreme happiness, short term. Short term, just like winning a lottery. Excitement. This also, yeah, I have become the HOD. I have got this one. I have this position. It may be short term, means maybe a few weeks or few months. That's what short term is. Euphoria. Luxurious lifestyle. Yeah, now everything. I have more money. By greed and corruption, the doctor or other people, they have made some money and they will buy land, they will buy a huge palatial building. That Joy Arakel, couple Joy, he built a palace-like house, 45,000 square foot in Why not? Is he living there? No. He's somewhere up. Upar gaya. He committed suicide. Because of all this greed for name and fame. We made, oh, his house, oh, people. He wanted everybody to put their finger on the nose. That is what he wanted. Now, I had a mukinatella panni vichosan. Okay? Cotton put inside his nose. So that sort of a thing. These are all real life examples. Luxurious lifestyle. Then self-esteem surge. Surge means sudden, that is jump in the whatever it is. That is the power. More voltage. Then the devices may just like that stop working. In my case, in my home also, once there was a surge, my microwave oven was damaged. So the surge is not good. So self-esteem surge. Oh, I am successful. I am this one. And you become very arrogant. And your body language changes. Your attitude changes. And everything. Yes, soon, long-term pain will come. Am I right? If I am right, put R in the chat box. Am I right? Sanal Kumar, R. Right, thank you. Yes, Archana ji, thank you. Yes, Bindu ji, yes, right. That's what we see. People who were very, very mild, well-mannered, soon when they get position, power, money, their whole thing changes. And we say, funding in Allah, so I'm speaking in Malayalam. I know some of you won't understand Malayalam. Previously, he was not like this. He was a very humble person. Now he has changed a lot after becoming rich. Haven't you heard such comments? That is what the wealth and everything changes a person. And that will lead to breakup of relationships. Many people will start avoiding that person. They start disliking, and the extreme is hating that person. Long-term pain, physical health problems. What do you mean by physical health problems? That is the doctors again, greedy, seeing more number of patients, and they don't take the food at the right time. No work-life balance. Because I'm a medical doctor. I never compromise my work-life balance. So I know some of my friends who work 7 days a week and the night also, and taking frequent calls in the night, losing their sleep. Because if you want to make more money, more number of patients, they may call you in the night also. Sleep is gone, sleep disturbed, impact on the health. Developing early, the young age, diabetes, high blood pressure, and whatever they have earned, in that process, they have ruined their own health, and this money is not going to get the health back. Health once lost, sometimes you won't be able to get it back. And my dear friends, I don't have any health problems. And I am 71. And I'm not taking any medication for any diabetes or high blood pressure or any of those things. No cholesterol, nothing. That is because I always balance this one. Work-life balance. 5 days a week, 5 days. Saturday, Sunday, no work. Obviously, my income was less, but that is more than enough. Why the hell should I kill myself when I have the money that is more than enough for a decent, comfortable life? I preach what I practice. Many doctors I know, they are now suffering. Now they are in their 60s or 70s, taking 10 to 15 pills every day. So long-term pain. Physical health problems. Just like doctors, other professions also. That doesn't mean that this is happening only to doctors. Everybody, anybody. Mental health problems. More wealth, more stress. Now, many expectations from your friends and relatives, they would want money from you. And obviously, if you don't give money, then they will become your enemies. So that will give you more stress, mental health problems. Emotional health problems. That is, after some time, you are sleep deprived. I know some of my doctors, some of my friends again, because this I know firsthand. That's why I'm frequently using the doctors. They snap at others. Sleep deprived and all those things. Easily irritable, angry. The same thing in other professions also. Emotional problems. And depression and all those things. And they resort to drinking alcohol. Relationship problems, earlier I told you. That is people who are very busy making money. They won't spend enough time with their own children. And they become simply ATM for their children. They are not available. And after the age of 18, the children leave. For them, they won't have any kind of bonding, love to their parents. In old age, when the children, they don't look after them, I sacrificed everything for their well-being. Now they don't even love me. They don't care for me. Hey, you were never there. You just gave them things, not love. Is this point clear? If it is clear, put C, my dear friends, in the chat box. C. This is a very important point. C. Yes, I was Shaker, C. And towards the end, my son also will validate what I'm saying is whether I'm saying is true or not. Because my son, again, I never neglected. After work, yes, come back. I used to take him out to the park, to the mall, to the library, everywhere, weekends, yes. And I was there. That's what it is. Greed personality traits, cheating. They don't hesitate to cheat. Stealing. Manipulating. Betraying. Right now, in the political arena, just to get the power, they betray their own leaders. You know what happened in Bihar? I don't have to tell the name. And many other parties also, they jumped. They turned coat and they betrayed. No loyalty. All that is only money and power. Right now, it is going to be the parliament election. Already every day I find that it's okay. These three MLAs jumped, they quit, they have joined this party. Why? Oh, suddenly they realize this party is good. They were not aware about that one because power, greed. They won't hesitate to betray. Unethicality. Okay, who are these personalities? The chat box. I want to know whether you are aware of what is going on in the real world. That lovely couple, the chat box.
Lalu Rabri.
Lalu Prasad Yadav and Rabri Devi. Made for each other couple. The Wills, that contest, they used to have the contest, the Will cigarette, made for each other. This is made for each other. And the role model, they are the role model for the parents, for their children, that Tejasvi Yadav. Again, corrupt. Lalu Prasad Yadav, in and out the jail. He's on bail again. And first time for the feed, cattle feed. Then land for jobs camp. Then when he became the central minister, railway minister, yeah, job if you want, okay, give me that land property, I'll give you the job. Now he's facing that one. So role models. That is what is happening. It's a real life example, my dear friends. I can give numerous similar. For want of time, I'm not going to. I cannot. And what happened? At Uddhav Thackeray, again for power, become the chief minister, he betrayed, he jumped to the other one. That is happening rampant. Exception, no greed, role model if you want, Kamaraj Nadar, Lal Bahadur Shastri, and Yogi Adityanath, M.G. Ramachandran. These are some of the names. M.G. Ramachandran was never greedy. And he even donated his own home after his death in his will for deaf and dumb school. Do you know who this person is? Chat box. Do you know who that person is? Gulsala Nanda, yes. She is Chanda Kochar. Chanda Kochar. Look at her body language. What does she look like now? Long-term pain. I'm talking about long-term pain. Short-term gain. She was the CEO of the ICICI. She featured on many magazines. And now, corruption charges, some 3,000 crore. Loan fraud. She and her husband, both of them, are on bail. So for short term, yes, position, glamour, everything. Yeah, getting invitation, many forums, everything. Now, life has become a hell. Now are you convinced that short-term gain leads to the long-term pain? Are you convinced? If you are convinced, you put C. Lalu Prasad Yadav, again long-term pain, in and out of jail. Chanda Kochar, in and out of this one. Yes, thank you, Archana ji. Because if I don't give the real life examples, people may think that, okay, he's talking about something. Yeah, it could happen. Yeah, it may happen. No, not it may, or it could. Will. There are sufficient resources in the world for the needs of everybody, but not enough for the greed of even a significant minority. This is Millard Fuller. The very same thing, Gandhiji also, his own words also. There is enough for man's needs, not for greed. It is not the man who has little, but who desires more. That is poor. This one was said more than 2,000 years ago. That's true. Then, that's true now also. A person who is constantly looking for money, he is the poor man. He is worse than a beggar. Beggar will be happy. You give him some 10 rupees, he'll be happy. But these guys are like, give me. They're beggars. I'm guilty of stupidity, arrogance, and greed. Stupidity, arrogance, and greed. What happens? A person who is greedy, a greedy person, will do all these stupid things. The rational thinking is out. Greed is like a forcing them, pushing them. Greed controls their whole mind. They won't be able to think anything rational. So then, stupidity, and they become arrogant. Oh, greed is also good sometimes. Greed is good to most economists. It is greed that makes people work harder, be more productive, and helps the economy grow. There was a time in my life when I thought I had everything, millions of dollars, mansions, cars, nice clothes, beautiful women, and every other materialistic thing you can imagine. Now I struggle for peace. Richard Pryor. If you don't know anything more about him, put N. I'll just briefly say a few words about him. If you don't know, put N. N. Okay. He was a highly successful comedian in Hollywood. Highly successful. And he married 7 times. The women were ready to marry him because he is so successful. Lot of money, everything. And all the relationships, everything strained. Everything. And towards the end, he had multiple sclerosis. And he was wheelchair bound. And he was not able to get adequate care from anybody. He couldn't get any true love from that one. Because all along, he was manipulating greed, money, power, status. So those words are coming from his bitter experience, what he learned from life. People's lives are forever controlled by 2 emotions, fear and greed. This is the guy who authored Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Get rich. Quick thinking leads to 3 basic errors. Getting involved with things you cannot understand. Adu manjam tek. Risking funds you cannot afford to lose, that is borrowed funds. And making hasty decisions. Each of these actions violates one or more biblical principles. Together they constitute a sin called greed. In Kerala, people are aware of this couple, they high rich. Already more than 1,000 crores. They cheated a lot of money. People who invested in that one. Promoter couple appears before ED. Short-term gain, now this is going to be a long-term pain. Parents, peers, pati and patni play a vital role behind the cultivation of a greedy mindset. Think about it. Parents, now grandparents also. How to overcome greed? Gratitude and contentment. Generosity and compassion. I told you, be a role model as a parent. Be a role model as a grandparent. That is more important. And don't push your children to make more money. That company giving that much of salary. This company, why don't you go there? Why don't you earn this one? Look at the comparison. The other guy is making some, say, 2 lakhs per month. So you are making only 1 lakh. So you force, drive them. They become greedy. Do you get this point? That is what is happening in real world. In real world, this is happening. Stop doing that one. They get into that vicious cycle of greed. Greed. Perpetual greed. I don't recognize hate. I don't recognize bitterness. I don't recognize jealousy. I don't recognize greed. I don't give them power. They don't exist to me. I showed this one is because that's what I do. I'm not at all, I don't entertain jealousy. I don't even own a house here. I'm very contented by living in an apartment. And my car is also, I buy a used car. I'm happy. But I have seen some doctors who come here, they want a big house, 5,000 square footage with a swimming pool, and they don't have the time to even swim there. They have that swimming pool, they are working 7 days, and they don't have time to even take a swim even for 1 day, just to show off. car, 2 or 3 cars, and they don't have the time to drive those cars. What's the point? Show off. And I don't hate anybody. I'm not jealous. I'm well contented. Upcoming talks on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Next week, distress and eustress. Don't miss this one. Stress management. Plenty of people, they talk about stress management. This one is totally different. If you want to learn something really practical, useful, don't miss this session. Distress, eustress is good stress. Distress means bad stress. Sense and nonsense. Okay, now we have roughly 10 minutes for Q&A session. And my dear friends, please ask a question, pointed, specific, related to what I have shared today. And your comments, your experience. Yes, after 9 o'clock, I will stop the recording at 9 o'clock. Then we can continue with the discussion. But in the remaining 9 minutes, ask any questions for clarification. If you want me to explain anything more, what I have told you, please don't hesitate to ask me. So, Q&A session, start and be specific. Just not for saying something. Just go ahead. Okay, Shaji, my dear friend, please unmute and ask a very specific question if you want more clarification.
Sir, do you think teachers can also be greedy?
Yes, very good question. Answer is
You said about
definitely.
the teachers in medical profession.
Teachers, they are practicing. In other professions also, that is we find, that is why the private tuition. The private tuition, why? Some teachers, at their work, they don't take class very well. And if you go to his or her house,
Very true.
private, yeah, they will pay close attention, just like the doctors again. They treat the patients who have given the money, special care. They don't give the money, then they don't give the good care. The same way, some teachers also become very unethical and greedy. But more than that, a significant number of teachers, they are unfit to be teachers. They have chosen the profession because of the good lifestyle. Because it is 5-day week, only 15 hours of contact class, and 2 to 2.5 months of vacation, paid vacation. They don't have any love or passion for teaching. This is all along I have seen. The medical profession also. 80% of the teachers, no, they are unfit to be teachers. Okay, anybody else? Any other question? Okay, Shaji, go ahead.
No, good talk. Is the dorsolateral frontal lobe is responsible for this greediness?
Shaji, please don't make it so complicated. The people here, they are not interested in knowing the fine details about how the brain works. They won't be able to understand the dorsolateral frontal lobe and all those things. Something what they can understand today's session. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not going to get into that one. Okay, anybody else? Omana teacher. She was a teacher. Good. I provide free tuitions. Thank you. Mr. Ramesh, what am I doing? What am I doing now?
You have given me
Yeah.
added energy, sir.
Good. What am I doing in the last 3 years?
Yeah.
I'm donating my time, energy, and knowledge for free for the benefit of the public. So I derive a lot of contentment, satisfaction, genuine happiness. I feel happy. It is genuine happiness. So that's what it is. What you are doing, Mr. Ramesh, that is good. And please make it a point to join the session every Thursday. It's easy to remember. 8
Yes,
o'clock.
sir. Yes. Yes, sir. That's why I'm able to join you today.
Right. 8 o'clock. Easy to remember. 8 gali. Confusion matanatani 8 o'clock. A spider has got 8 legs. So the confusion, because there are some people, is it 7 o'clock or 7:30? No, 8.
In fact, 8 is my favorite number, sir.
Okay, good. According to Hindu mythology or Hindu this one astrology, 8 represents Saturn, Shani. Suraj, please mute the microphone of Mr. K.C. Ravindranathan. Okay. If there are no further questions, then I'm going to stop the recording, but don't go away. We'll have discussion. You will be able to learn more. During the discussion, I'll be sharing more information. And please share this video with your friends and other contacts. And especially teenagers, youngsters. This will help them a lot so that they won't fall into this trap of greed, this bottomless pit.
Sir, can I ask one